Hello, my name is Greg Miller, and I'm a missionary here in Guatemala with my family. I've been here for 28 years, and it's our privilege that God has given us to be here in Guatemala to extend the kingdom. Our calling is to go into places where most people don't want to go. We go deep into the mountains. We go up to villages where there aren't any churches. We've been doing this for a long time. We've started 16 churches over the years. And our main focus is we want people to get saved and to have a relationship with Jesus Christ and learn how to live that out here on earth. So we use any means that we can to get to those places and to get to the hearts of the people. And so this year, as you all know, has been kind of a different year with COVID and all the restrictions, and our restrictions were different than yours, but ours were worse actually. There were weeks at a time where we couldn't go out of the house for very much time at all. But because of COVID, there were a lot of people that were already poor that didn't have any food, so because they just weren't allowed to go to work. So we were blessed. God blessed us with a person that helped us get started. We started delivering food to a place where we delivered to 60 families each week. We did that for 5 weeks during April and May and June. This is a kitchen that we built in one of our churches that we have in San Antonio, Camotong, and we put that kitchen up because it's a place where we have a lot of revival meetings and stuff like that, and it's a place where people can congregate and eat after the meetings. This here is a church that we started building in Guanacaste. We started last year, and this year we were able to finish it. Even though there was restrictions, we were still able to work, and we were still able to get this church done. And so we dedicated this church about a month ago, and we thank God because now the people in Guanacaste have a church that they can meet in and have fellowship together in, and it's just a blessing. This is the finished product from a dirt road that goes up to another village. This is a place called Barrio Nuevo where we've been working for quite a few years. It had a mud church, an adobe church that was falling down. We were afraid it was going to fall on the people, so we felt like God wanted us to build another church. So we had a team come down at the end of last year and knock the walls down, and we started to build a block church. So this church is way up in the mountains. It's very hard to get to. Hauling all the material in there was in the small pickups. All of it we hauled in there in these pickups, and we just thank God because we were able to get it done. For the most part, we got a little bit of stucco left to do, and as you can see, we got floor to put in, but we were able to get all the flooring up there. This is Lampocoy. It's another church. A storm in June blew off the roof, and so God allowed us to be able to put on another roof, a new roof in this church. And we thank God. This is a church that has been in place for 25 years. This is La Palmilla. It's another church that I started years ago, and again, it's up in the mountains, in that same storm that blew the church off of Lampocoy and blew the church off of La Palmilla. So we were also blessed to be able to put a new church on that building so that the congregation could meet without the elements coming in and visiting them. So this here is a house that was falling down. There was 3 elderly people. I was notified by a friend of mine that told me there was 3 elderly people living in there. They were all siblings. They've never been married. They were in their 80s and 90s, and the house was falling down, and we just felt like God just was speaking us to be able to do that. So we raised money here. We raised money in the States, and we were able to build them a small house in which they could live in and feel safe in and not have to worry about the thing falling down in on them and hurting them or killing them. They now have a safe place to live, and they can go home every night and lay their head down and feel safe and secure. And so we thank God for that he allowed us to do that. So these are some of the things that we've been doing this year. It's been, again, a strange year, but God's still God and he still moves. These are baptisms And this is why we do everything right here. All the work that we do all over these mountains and building places, feeding people, and going and doing revival meetings and all that stuff is to get to this point right here. Our goal in everything that we do is that people would come to know the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ, and that they would take the first step of baptism and beginning that walk in Jesus. So we want to thank everybody that's helped us, and God bless you.